Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gauri Guglani and I am currently working as an analytics consultant at NTT Data. And in this video, I'm going to explain you how can you prepare for your next data analyst interview. Even though you're a fresher or you're experienced, this video is going to be very helpful for your preparation journey. So watch the video till the end so that you get more insights about your preparation and how to improve it. So let us understand first, what does a data analyst exactly do? So first of all, a data analyst is given a problem statement which he understands and tries to replicate his business thinking with technical knowledge, and he collects relevant data, clean the data, manipulate it based on the requirements, use SQL or other database language to extract the data from the database, build reports and dashboards on top of it, and then to display in front of the stakeholder. And that dashboard will provide the right insights for the problem which we are solving and what necessary actions we can take. So this is what a data analyst do. Now let us first understand what is the preparation path. If you are a fresher, how can you prepare for data analyst interview? So very first thing is problem solving and business skills. You need to take a business problem. So this is, you're practicing at your own pace, right? For your interview, you need to practice it first. So take the problem statement, understand it, use your business thinking, and try to see in which ways you can solve the problem. What are different options in which you can deal with this problem? And are there any different methods, easier method, or different ways to solve this problem? Very short example, like why did sales drop last year, last quarter? These kind of case study questions you can solve, which will help you in improving your business thinking and improving your applying knowledge also. That how should I use or manipulate my data to get these insights, to get the answer of this question. For as a fresher, focus on your basics and solving the real world problems to stand out. So next is SQL and databases. This is really important because after all, a data analyst is maximum time going to work with databases, so that you must know a database language which will help you to extract information from the database. For that, at least you should have a good grasp of SQL, learn joins, basics of SQL, window functions, and solve small case studies using SQL and a database. Hands-on practice on how to use it and how to implement for different scenarios. Now next comes Excel. Excel is a really underrated tool. I feel people think that they know Excel but they do not. So try to learn Excel and try to work on Excel hands-on, like pivot tables, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, all the important functions we have, conditional formatting. So explore Excel in a proper way. It's not that we just know the tool, we know to enter data. It's not that you know the tool. We need to learn shortcuts. Shortcuts can be a different thing if you're a fresher. It's not a priority right now, but at least you should know how to handle data using Excel, because sometimes the data comes in Excel sheets also. Of course, it's not always you have a clean and good system, good pipeline data coming in your system. It might be possible that your data is coming through your Excel sheets. So for that, you should have a good hands-on on Excel, and you should be able to handle data using Excel sheets. So next comes Python. Now in Python, you need to revise your Python libraries, because interviewer is going to ask you questions based on that. He'll give you questions to solve in the interview. So learn Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib. We have Seaborn. We have statistical library also, stats model, but it's a bit less priority for now. You can focus more on the one which I mentioned before, and at least have the concepts like what's mean, median, mode, averaging, all those things of statistical concept. You must have an idea what's important for your correlation, your regression. So these terms and these statistical applications you should know. So revise that before you go for your interview. So mostly like Matplotlib and the Seaborn library is very helpful for visualization, but still some companies do not use that much as a whole visualization experience. So they go for specific visualization tools like Power BI, SAP Analytics Cloud we have if you are dealing with SP data, or we have Tableau, we have then Looker Studio. These things are important. Any of the tool will be fine if you know, because it's easy to switch and transition over other tools if you know one. So that's why at least learn one tool for visualization, so that if in case you're asked to do visualizations tool based, you can let them know that I know this tool, but it will be easy to transit from this tool to the next tool. So in the interview also they can ask you questions like, I have given you a data set, small data set. Through Python, find out the missing values, or find out how you will deal with the missing values or duplicates. These kind of questions are really important, and you don't have to miss answering them, so prepare accordingly. Likewise, for visualization, example, for me, I have given a lot of interviews, and for visualization, they have asked me mostly, they have shown me a chart, the ready-made visualization dashboard chart, and they have just told me to see the chart for a few seconds and explain me what's happening in the chart. Now, this is also a really important skill because everything was mentioned there: fiscal year, actuals, target year, etc. etc. You need to explain like a story there, how the flow, how the data is fixed in a dashboard or a chart, and how and what's happening in the chart, what are they showing in the chart, what's the x and y axis displaying. All those things you need to explain properly. So having a good knowledge will help you to crack that understanding of a chart easier. You will be able to understand quickly that what's happening and what the chart is trying to tell. Otherwise, if you are really new and you do not have any knowledge about visualization, it will be difficult for you to understand what's given in the chart and what's happening in the dashboard. So it's a plus if you have knowledge on it, and it will help you to give better responses during your interview. So make sure you know at least one visualization tool. Try focus on your basics, keep your fundamentals right, solve case studies when you are learning things. Suppose I'm learning Excel right now. Think of a question like a person can ask me, how will I deal with the sales data using Excel? Think of various scenarios. How can you answer this question? How can you respond to this? Or how will you do hands-on when you suppose practicing Excel? Likewise, same for visualization. Somebody tells you to make a chart to show the past 5 years of sales data. How you're going to represent your X and Y axis. How you will explain them that highest sales you did in any year. So those kind of things you need to have hands-on experience, even though you're a fresher. Hands-on in terms of your own projects, solving your own case studies, using internet, using YouTube, using various scenarios where we have those projects available. At least having a good hands-on experience or even internship experience is really boon to your interview experience for your actual job. So make sure you keep your fundamentals right, and based on you respond to the questions confidently and give the answers according to what you have learned. So yeah, now comes the data analyst preparation for experienced candidates. So if you have experience in this field already in the analytics, you will be asked more of like complex SQL queries, more hands-on advanced dashboards, and more of like you have dashboard ready and how will you get the right answers from it. So those kind of things. Let's go step by step. When you are at experienced level, the talking is more about the optimization part. Example, for the very first thing, you will be asked advanced SQL and data modeling, where you will be asked how will you optimize a query which takes almost like 20 minutes to run. It has a lot of data, it consumes a lot of time. How will you solve this problem? How will you optimize it? Experience level, handling the optimization of queries, doing the denormalization, normalization, writing complex queries for large data sets. That's the only ask which happens when you're a more experienced person. So you need to make sure to, of course, have your basics right, fundamentals correct, but also to think of as an experienced person, how will you contribute for optimization scenarios where things take a lot of time, they're not working in the expected way. How can you correct it? In which way? Then for experienced professionals, statistical analysis is also really important. Example, hypothesis testing, A/B testing. I have different market scenarios. I want to do a marketing campaign, and for that purpose, I have to try 2 scenarios to see which marketing campaign works better. So in this case, we will use A/B testing to see that which of the scenarios will give me the desired output. So for this purpose, A/B testing is really helpful. So you need to explore the different statistical tests and analysis to see how you can analyze your data more efficiently and how you can get out the right answers from the data using statistics. Let's now talk about the data visualization and storytelling. In this scenario, when you're an experienced person, you will be asked questions like how can you build interactive dashboards which is very user friendly and people are able to relate to it, and you have to explain them in a good storytelling way, because visualization is not just to see the data, see the charts and understand what's happening. We have to create a story behind that to understand the flow, to explain the flow to the stakeholders, to explain what's happening, what we're trying to achieve. So visualization, knowing it is one thing, explaining it and in terms of a good story is a different thing, which experienced people are expected to give the answer in that way. A very short example you can understand, like if interviewer asks you if sales are declining, what would you tell your leadership? So because leadership will expect you, if you're presenting a sales data, sales dashboard, leadership will expect that you have to explain them that if the sales has declined in 1 year, what was the reason for the sales to be declined, which factors affected the sales that year which made it decline, or what are the influences on the sales which is not helping the sales to grow. So these questions can come over to the one question to the other, because this is so deep concept, so huge concept, that with a small dashboard people can explain a lot more things. So we need to be that person in the room which explains what's happening, and you just don't have to give the dashboard and submit it. You have to make a good strong story behind that, justify your dashboard. Now when you're an experienced candidate, you will also see that you will be asked more behavioral case studies. A very short example, like tell me a scenario where you worked with a lot of messy data, or tell me a scenario where you had worked with millions of data records and how did you handle the huge data set. Describe a project where you made a huge impact through your analysis. So questions like that. Or you might be given a case study like a problem statement on the call, and you have to explain them how you will solve. So example, in my case, I was asked one case study about that during weekdays and weekends, how much time a lift will take to go from 14th floor to come down, and how much time it will take during weekdays and weekends, and if it's from 9 to office going and office coming, people will be more at that time, so how much time it will take, and how much the difference at the normal times and when the people are going to office. So things like that, where you are meant to have a approach of how you will solve this problem and how you will really tackle it if it comes to your way. So responding in a proper way and taking your time to think of the question and try to break the problem into different parts and solve it, that will be really helpful. So a kind of short summary about experienced professionals. So for experienced professional, focus more on handling the large data sets and handling the business problem, how will you solve it, making impact on the business and through your analysis, and handling complex data sets. So that was the interview preparation strategy for experienced professionals. Just final tips for both the categories, even if you're a fresher or you're an experienced professional. These 5 key strategies will help you crack your job. The very first is practice SQL every day. That will give you a good boost for your interview, and also it's the most important skill. Second is work on the real world data sets. Take data sets from the Kaggle or from GitHub, try to solve it, try to get good answers from it, and build a dashboard. Also we have Power BI free version available. Practice on Power BI, connect the data, maybe through Excel you can connect it for now, and you can connect it in the Power BI and start making dashboard and see how you are able to beautify it, or how you are able to make a story out of it. So of course work on complex data sets. Third, improve your communication, because after all you're going to convey all these things using your communication and your confidence. So be confident and communicate accordingly, and do not hesitate to give answers. Be sure in what you're talking. Have a good command on your English language and explain the insights clearly so that they are able to understand what you're trying to say. Fourth is give mock interviews. So I would suggest talk to your friends who are in the same field and try to give interviews to them. Request them to take a mock interviews. Request them to search for some questions already on their own and ask them during your mock interviews. This will help you let go of your fear if you have any for interviews, and it will give you a good practice also. A fifth point is, I told this before also, be confident and be structured in your thoughts. Do not fear of giving interviews, do not fear from interviewer, and be very structured in when you're answering the question, because we don't have to confuse the interviewer what you are talking. Be very proper in your answer. This will help the interviewer also to have faith in you, that you are able to answer the question properly and you have a good structure in your mind. You also feel that you're not just blabbering, you have some good content with you and you are able to explain your things properly in a proper manner. So that was it for today. I hope this video will be helpful for both the categories, for freshers as well as for the experienced professionals. And if you still have any doubts regarding to your interviews, you can ping me on LinkedIn, or you can please comment down. I will be really happy to reply and respond to those comments. Thank you for watching the video till the end. If you feel this video was helpful, share this video with your friends so that they can also have a better and easier way while preparing for their interviews. Thank you for watching again. See you in the next one. Bye.